over here.
Hello! Welcome to Streaming Rainbow's final show of the year. I am David Robles. I will be your dungeon master tonight and forever if you ask nicely. I am joined by four of my favorite people and players in the world. Cameron will be playing the Din. Julia is Evening Graves, Bastion is Whisper, and Courtney as I'm not going to try to pronounce that.
Just go with Yuna.
Yuna. You know what it is. Anyway, now that the puns are out of the way and the people are introduced, again, I say welcome. 4 weeks, 4 streams. It's been wild. It's been so fun. We certainly did save at least for last. Sorry, Julia, I am the worst DM of the group.
No, you're not.
No, I'm just kidding, y'all. We are doing something fun tonight. I love a good high-level one-shot. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe to all our channels, jump in the Discord, all that happy horse shit. And we're just going to get started, though, because I'm not really good at these things, as Bastion and Courtney know from our 8 episodes of Strahd. There's no telling what I'm gonna spew once that little red dot goes.
Absolutely off the cuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Surprise every time.
Never.
That's my favorite part.
Never taken a single note in my life. It's not true. I've taken one single note.
You took copious notes for Strahd. You tried so hard. You did a lot of work.
I'm also a liar, everybody. Well, dude, thanks for outing me, Bastion.
Yeah, just get that out of the way.
And then, if anybody, actually, before we start, if anybody has any personals they want to plug, I know Julia is a thespian.
Yeah, if you're in New York, I'm going to be in a staged reading.
A lot of people are.
Yeah, I'm going to be in a staged reading at the Tank January 8th and 9th. It's an adaptation of Wizard of Oz, written by a very good friend of mine. So, I've been posting that link all over Instagram at QueenJulia_11. Tickets are pay what you want. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Also, I'm new here. Hello, everyone.
Reading?
It's for developing new plays. So instead of like doing a full production with like costumes and the whole shebang, like all the actors are going to be like holding scripts. There's going to be someone reading the stage directions. It's just for the playwright to like see their work on stage and then help it get to that next step.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
If you saw Tick Tick Boom on the Netflix with Andrew Garfield, they do that in the show, in that movie.
I have, but it has been a while, and I only remember one song because it does fun stuff with vocal polyphony.
Oh, okay. I feel you, but
Bastion
maybe
has
I'll
his
dream about it.
own Twitch channel.
I do.
And in addition to that, is running a one-man show touring Portugal coming summer of 2024.
Yeah,
No, really though, we are all very excited here at Streaming Rainbow to. As this first game as a member of Streaming Rainbow, not just a guest star anymore.
Yay!
And if you didn't know that, go to last week's stream on VOD and watch it and see what we're all about. Yeah, pull it together
super
a little bit.
excited to be here.
Sweet. Okay. I think we're at about 5 minutes. I think that's a good enough time to just get into it.
Yeah. What trauma are we going through today?
Something real good, I hope.
Let me
Love
get
that trauma.
my right windows up.
Eat it all up.
Yum yum.
Here we go.
I hate that I did that too.
That
We're
was
gonna-
so good.
I hate that that's the first thing I said here.
Yum yum.
Fucking-
That's a.
Is it too late for me to leave?
It's
That
the
was in
secret-
character,
that's the secret
actually.
That's the secret password.
Yeah,
to
that's
save.
actually
Yum,
using
yum.
Brave's catchphrase.
No.
Um,
No, the fuck it is not. No.
Yum yum, motherfuckers.
I hate that we are live right now. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is my first
I mean, I don't
with
know about you,
guys.
but I'm not sure my parents can get more disappointed in me. So it's all. We're all digging from the bottom of the well here.
Hey, we asked for trauma, we got trauma.
Right
That
out
was,
the
I
gate. just
traumatized myself though, is the thing.
Hey,
the worst
Okay.
trauma.
Oof.
Oh, actually, sorry. We are starting first. And then, so, Courtney, on
Yes?
your... Did I have that right? Who's the highest? I think, very sadly, you were the highest, even though we have a monk and a monk and a rogue assassin amongst our midst. You are the highest. So if you could roll for me, or sorry, actually, if you could adjust Una's life total to
What?
Shit.
41 points, please.
What
What
have you
the
done?
Life
I hate
total.
this. I don't like this game. I want out. Ripcord.
Oh my god, I have to do math.
Me
yeah,
and
no,
Cam
just
outta
41. Yeah, so it should be 161 off of that. And then
What
who
the
was in that?
fuck?
17. That
What does life total mean?
Cameron's is easier, so 20%.
No, hey, you can't do that. It's cheating, actually. It's weird.
Okay,
It's this weird
so-
thing. It's this cool ability I have called fuck off.
Cameron, you're only losing. Cameron, you're only losing 40 points.
Of
I'm
HP?
losing 40
What is
points?
happening?
40 points of
Oh.
HP.
Off the
I
bat,
don't-
fuck.
Our
After
shit got
that-
rocked as we were coming up the mountain.
Okay,
Oh.
and then Corvin.
Wait, but I'm the wizard. That's not.
The wizard starts off dead, actually.
Yeah, right?
Straight up dead.
Carrying your lifeless body.
Making her name all the more ironic.
Cool, I'm gonna cast a 9th level heal spell. I can't do that.
I can heal. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Sorry. I'm trying
If
to
there's
do the
one
math
thing I
for
hate
you.
more than anything in Dungeons and Dragons, it's losing hit points. It's my least favorite thing that ever happens in the game.
It's the worst part.
I know, it hurts.
That's
Physically,
the best part.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Bastion, you're only losing 20 points.
Sweet.
What?
Oh,
the
wait.
hell,
I need a way to do math.
And Julia, you're not losing any, but we will
Oh.
see you in a little bit.
But you go, you run, you
Okay.
you disappear.
You all. Okay. Who rolled the highest of you three?
Not me.
Not
It
me.
I didn't roll
was
anything.
Courtney. Okay. Una. You stand. Breathing heavy. Dwarven thrower. In both hands. No, not it's in one hand, both. You look down, you can't feel your left arm anymore, but it's there. Like a vice grip on your weapon, muscle memory taking over more. Your rage starts to subside as you stand over a crystal gargantuan dragon with 5 heads.
Ah!
As your as your rage subsides, you see your companions all around you collecting themselves, some much more worse the wear than others. Yasmin looks like they are on their last leg. Corvin and the Din, whose reputations precede them, look very much okay. Um,
Oh.
what as you stand in what looks like a giant pit with instead of spikes on, like a giant fighter's pit, but instead of spikes on the wall are crystals of all different colors and shapes, but all deadly on their own, um, following up the wall about 200 feet. And you think to just a week ago when you were making your climb up Mount Babel and you heard the rumbles and the what sounded like muffled roars and were reassured by your guides that no, that's just the construction. That's just the sounds that it makes as they excavate through this mountain, and it's particularly tough and special rock.
Fucking idiots.
Din, you are relatively, or sorry, Corvin, you were next. You are relatively unscathed. You have been in enough scraps with dragons and your skills have developed to give you an evasiveness most others don't. And you think back to your time when you were approached by Sarah, and instead of being kindly asked, were essentially threatened with your family's life and location, and they wouldn't even have to do any work because all the enemies you've made through the years and all the proper owners of the gear you wear and the gold you live off of would just come crawling back like roaches and devour you piece by piece. What is it you are thinking in this moment of relief?
I was hoping for a more competent crew. This will be a difficult journey.
Yeah, and once again, you see Yasmin is in the worst shape. And Din, our silent traveler, our assassin, you as well have very particular personal experiences with dragons, and this wasn't nearly as unpleasant as the last. What is it that is running through your mind?
I think that the Din is very much just focused on the task at hand. Great, there are obstacles. There are always obstacles.
Okay, yeah, and behind, speaking of which, I need you to stay on track. Behind this dragon lies the door with 5 slots for the primordial gems you have all been handed.
Great.
Your Warforged companion as well, Sarah's bodyguard, looks relatively unscathed. They as well are have taken an oath of silence, so they do not speak either. And I think you both share a look of professional respect as they go. The Warforged goes to lay hands on Yasmin. What do you do as a party?
I'm gonna check for traps around that door.
As you go to step around the dragon, you notice the ruby at its heart begins to glow.
Bad glow.
It is a bad glow.
I run away.
Give me an Arcana check, please.
No. Okay. Very bad. It's an 11 because I'm running away.
Yep. And we'll stick with your initiative rolls from before. I rolled an 18 on the die to give me a 21, or sorry, a 20, but is it beat by the wonderful 21 of Courtney. Una sees this massive. This is larger than anything you've seen in your time in the military. This is larger than anything you've seen in your time as a mercenary. This gargantuan beast that can barely be contained in this area once again starts to come back to life. As well, the automatons, the statues that surround the 5 crystal statues, 1 diamond, 1 amethyst, 1 topaz, 1 emerald, and 1 crystal, come to life.
Fuck, here we go again.
I will allow the 1 rage to stay. Go ahead and take your action.
I'm going to try and smash this ruby heart of the dragon. I'm going to reckless attack.
Okay.
God, that's not great. 17 to hit.
Absolutely not.
Son of a bitch, I attack again.
Oh my god.
24 to hit.
Hits.
Beautiful. I'm going to use a charge on my Blood Fury, which will add necrotic damage as well. Hey, there we go. Thank you. 4d6 necrotic damage plus 1d10. This is 16, 23 damage.
Okay, and that's bludgeoning. Correct?
Sorry. 7 of these. Sorry, more than that. I can't do math. 16 of that is necrotic, and then 14 of that is bludgeoning with a magical weapon.
Yes. Okay. So you see the hammer strike does. You hear, I should say, the not a sound of emanating from the mouth of the beast, nor a guttural scream, but you hear a crack sound as the hammer hits, and you feel like the necrotic damage does not. The necrotic nature of your weapon doesn't seep as deep as you are used to seeing it, but you do see those cracks go wider than you would have expected. Okay, immediately after your turn. Okay, y'all ready for this? I don't think so. Let's see, what will they cast? Immediately, you are the dragon raises its 5 heads, and from the black, nearly black in this light, the amethyst head comes a ray of disintegration.
Cool.
So,
Anyone have a counterspell handy?
Absolutely not.
you good thinking, because Yasmin does. Where'd her girl go? Boom. That is a 6th level spell. How much does it have? Ooh, you're looking rough, girl. But they can afford. They can afford a 5th level counterspell. So they just need to roll an 11. They did not.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Yeah, 2 on the die. Very, very unlucky. So you take 10d6 plus 40 damage.
Who is you?
Oh, hold on. I actually
Una.
healed 16. Might help.
It could. It should. Let me make sure I got that right. The damage amount. Yeah, 10d6. Okay, 70 damage. How are you looking?
I'm out.
Okay,
Jesus.
you all see Una's body turn to dust, in their clothes and items fall as their body is fully disintegrated.
Oh my god.
Been
Oh
fun,
my
y'all.
god. Oh my god. Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
That was its legendary action. The dragon will now take its turn. It is going to
Incredible.
fly into the air and use its mass telekinesis. Roll a strength saving throw for me, please.
Who?
Everybody.
Both of us? Cool.
This is a 300-foot cone.
Cool. Strength saving throw.
As a 20.
10.
20?
Yep.
Natural 20 or
Regular 20.
regular 20? Okay. Oof. Both are not great. And then what did you get? Sorry, Cam.
I got a 10.
Yeah, 20 is pretty good. Not a 25. You are rooted in place. You are paralyzed. You cannot move, take actions, and you fail dexterity saving throws. No matter what.
Incredible.
You need to roll a
Amazing.
DC 21 Constitution check to remove yourselves from this condition on your turn. Okay. Which
This is
it
not
is-
real. Nothing.
It is real. It's very real and it
Nothing's real.
sucks.
I don't believe you.
Okay, Yasmin will
Die. She will die.
use. Okay, they rolled a 15 plus 4. Nope, that is not enough. Oh, actually, they get to roll at advantage for their saving throw because they are natural 22, because they are Yanti. Okay, so Yasmin actually is able to resist the mass telekinesis. However,
I'm actually going to use a key point to re-roll mine.
do it to it.
Actually, it's a 25. No, I'm gonna.
You
Yeah.
can do this. What the hell else are you gonna do?
I would rather no. I can save my key and I can try and break out of it. I don't think that I'm gonna beat a dragon in a strength contest.
Okay.
No, I stick by where I am.
Yeah, so the smallest of you all, Yasmin, it somehow managed to not get restrained by the mass telekinesis of this dragon. They are going to throw everything at the wall. What is their highest level spell? Let me see what this staff can do. Well, yeah, they're gonna do a lightning bolt, I guess. They're pretty stupid. No, they love the flash. Their wisdom's a -1. They love the flash. So they're gonna throw a fireball high enough in the air that it won't affect anybody. So they'll do 12d6. Okay, they do. Right. did this come up? I just want the number. Okay, they do an incredible amount of damage to the dragon. And then on the end of Yasmin's turn, the dragon uses its last legendary action. Point, cannot cast a spell, but it can attack. A wizard with even an 18 AC. I should roll in case I get a 1. It was not a 1. Yasmin gets flung across the it looks like a stadium, like a death pit, right? Flung across and is impaled on 2 or 3 crystals as more break from the force of their body hitting the wall. And it slumps and falls down, leaving a trail of blood and viscera, its own blood dripping onto the now lifeless body on the floor off the crystals. Okay, next is somebody warned you was a 19. Bastion, your turn.
All right. I suppose I'm paralyzed, and all I can do is the Constitution saving throw. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, if you do pass, it's the beginning of your turn. You can still use your actions.
Ah, gotcha. That's a 13. I'm going to use a key point to re-roll it for 22. Does that beat it?
And you pass. Your speed is still halved from the force. Or no, sorry, that's a different effect. Never mind. Yeah, you're fine. You break free from the telekinesis.
Okay, so in terms of the lay of the land here, I see the Din is also paralyzed, and I see Yasmin is dead, but not fully dead.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. They just suffered a truly tremendous amount of damage. It was a multi-attack, so they have 2 death saving throws.
Gotcha. So the first thing,
bring that as like a, and then the crystals did the other attack.
first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to the Din, and I'm going to put my hands on them and use my Hand of Healing, which
Thank
takes another key point that will give you back 11 health and end the paralyzed condition.
Oh, hell yes. You're the best monk I ever done seen.
And we also have the 5 sort of golems around us, because I'm not going to be able to get to the dragon up there, but I can punch golems.
Yes, they are. They're all different colors. So, but whatever one, yeah, you can get whatever one's next to you. Doesn't necessarily matter.
Okay. I'm still learning this monk. It's been a long time since I jumped into a level 15 monk. Mm-hmm. So I think what I would do in that case, they're different colors. The gemstones probably correspond to weaknesses, but all I have really is necrotic. So I don't think any of them.
There's a crystal one.
There's a crystal one. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the crystal one. And what I'm going to do to give you the healing is I'm actually going to do my 2 attacks on the crystal golem and then flurry of blows to heal you twice.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go ahead and get that done.
Cool. So my first attack is a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That's 5 bludgeoning damage. And then a 17.
Okay. The next one is a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. And that's going to be an additional 8 damage.
So it said 5 and then 8, right?
Yeah. So 13 total. And then from there, I'm going to use my flurry of blows to heal you up an additional 12 cam. So you
Oh
get
my
2
gosh.
hand of healings. As I just channel my key into your various key points and heal you up a bit with my flurry of healing and harm.
Okay.
I didn't even know I had key points, but there they are.
And then I'm going to pull up the hood of my invisibility cloak. That's me.
Yes.
Okay. Before. Where's Cameron's initiative? Yeah. Before Cameron, before the din can go, 3 of these dragon boys are going to throw their breath at you. So, if you could roll a Constitution, a Wisdom, and a Dexterity check, please.
Was it just a Constitution, or was there more?
Let's do the Constitution first and see what. Tell me what that is.
Okay.
10.
Constitution is a 10.
Okay, now, sorry. Now roll a Wisdom, please.
Got it. We're doing great things out here. That is a 15.
Okay, and then now roll a Dexterity, please.
Dexterity is my favorite one. That one's a 27, and I have
Yep.
evasion.
I know you do. Okay, so a ball of, or sorry, I should say a line of what looks like pure kinetic energy. You are able to jump and sort of warp your body around and take 0 damage from. However, a different angle that, oh shit, you failed this one too. You fail, or what did you give him the Wisdom? 15? I have the game log.
Really bad. Yeah.
Okay, well, the good news is you pass. However, this is daylight, so you need to pass your cloak has a thing for being blinded.
You piece of shit. Yeah.
You're a radiant light. But the good
Fucking-
news is you only take half damage because you passed. So, where did my counter go? There it is. So you only take. Where did it go? 13 damage on that one. However, because the light was so blinding, you definitely didn't see the ball of necrotic energy that hit your chest for 27
Gross.
damage.
I hate you.
27. What is your health at?
It's fine.
No, it's not. Tell me what it is.
It's really I'm doing the math. Is 86 hit points, and I can't hear anything. If
You
you're
can't
trying
see
to do
anything
something,
you can't see
you can't
anything.
do anything.
You can't see or hear. Okay. Just to be clear, now it's your turn. You
Great,
can
can't
roll. Yeah,
can't
you gotta
hear.
roll a DC 15 Constitution check to see with your eyeballs.
Great, I'll do that right now. Here we go, Constitution. Don't fail me now. Hey, it's an 18.
Perfect. Go ahead, take your turn. So you got 3
Okay.
of these dragon peoples around you,
Mm-hmm.
and then the dragon is
Does it
about
seem-
60 feet in the air, and your Warforged friend is being besieged, and Yasmin's lifeless body is still lying on the floor.
Okay, so do I get the sense that this dragon heart is controlling the other dragon people?
Roll an Arcana check.
You bet. You got it. Ooh, baby, that's a 27.
27. No, you do not believe that it is controlling. You don't even necessarily believe. You believe that it is providing power. That these dragon people are animated by them, but not necessarily controlling or anything.
Got it. I'm going to hunker down. So, if you didn't know, the Din is a humanoid fully encased in like all their arcana tech and their armor. It's
We're
a
gonna
black.
do this later. I just need you to do your turn
Okay.
quickly so we can get to the next
You
part.
got
of
it.
this.
Yes, you damn right. Speedy MacGuffin. I wanted to explain that my bonus action, I'm going to use steady aim as I hunker down.
Okay, perfect.
I like plant my feet in, and I aim my laser rifle at this fucking dragon heart. Okay.
Yep.
I
You
aim
doing like a cold shot or something?
Well, I'm a Gloomstalker ranger, so
Uh-huh.
I'm actually going to get 3 attacks this turn because it's my first turn in combat. And I get to add a 1d8 to all of them.
Hell yeah.
I am
But
also
but if
an
you're
Astral Elf?
using your rifle requires a reload for one of your actions, so you can get 2 shots.
no, it does not, because it's a laser rifle.
No. I'm flavoring it that way because that laser rifle is insane. So
Oh, okay.
you're not getting 3 attacks of 3d8 or 48.
Great. I will once I trade out my laser rifle and do some arcane tinkering. But for now, I'll play by your rules. I'll get 2.
Needs to
2
cool down
shots
in
in.
between.
Okay. Well, the first one, because I'm a ranger, I'm gonna get this favored foe out on there. That's a
Perfect.
1d4 added on to that. I am then, because I am an astral elf, I get elven accuracy, and because I use steady aim, I have advantage on this attack, so I'll be rolling 3 dice instead of just a silly old 1. So I'm just gonna make that first attack. I am gonna take a -5 penalty to this and do
Yeah.
my sharpshooter damage. I'm gonna roll these individually. Okay. No. Okay, so that first attack is a 20 to hit, which I don't think hits.
Nope.
Okay, second
What's the other one?
attack. Same shebang. Getting all that juice. Okay. So the first one is going to be a 26 to hit.
Perfect. Hits.
Okay, that is going to be... I also get sneak attack on this
How do you get sneak attack?
Yeah, advantage on the roll.
because I have
That's right, you
advantage on the attack.
roll. Okay. If you just roll all the die in the thing, I can see it.
I got you. That is going to be a 57 points of damage to the dragon.
Love it. Okay. And was any of that damage? And that was your gun does radiant, right?
That was all radiant damage, yes.
That's all radiant. It doesn't quite look like it hurts as much as it should.
I'm gonna die.
Almost
here.
like it's like half as effective. Okay.
love it.
Which brings us to which brings us to the Warforged, who will take a couple swings. I think they can take 3 actions. Oh no, 2. Nope. Why is that? It's so close to a natural 20 and perfect. Okay, 2 hits. He is going to pack some extra stuff onto this. Oh, I love that. He fully takes out one of these Dragon Golem crystals and slices, or not slices, but smashes into the other. He's got a big old mace. Okay, now it's Yasmin's turn. Yasmin, you see coming after their turn. Let me roll. They took quite a bit of damage. Yasmin, you see come back up. Their body brutalized, utilizing their ability. I can't remember what it's called right now. But they are an undying warlock as well as an undead sorcerer. So it's one of those abilities. Gives them the ability to have a chance to come back with 1 hit point. And they do. Yasmin will now cast. What will they cast? Let's see what this. Ooh, it will. Strength of the Brave, by the way. That's the ability.
Strong grave.
Very strong grave. Luckily, it was only a multi-attack that took her out. Okay. They are going to. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to quicken spell. Or no, sorry, their empowered spell. And cast Fireball. Fireball.
Copyright strike.
Okay, and that first one did 40 damage, so it does a little bit of damage, and then they will scream out, I am dying here if anyone can help. Okay, and then it is back up to Una's dead. It is the dragon's turn. Okay. The dragon will do something which I'm sure is going to be fine. It won't be a problem at all. If everybody could roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Sorry, your previous thing for the Vast Telekinesis, by the way, was restrained, not stunned. But all the dice stuff was all the same.
Paralyzed.
Yeah.
What was that roll again?
That was a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. Okay.
26.
17.
Cameron, you take 71 points of psychic damage. Bastion, you take 35.
Dang it. Ow.
It's not good. Not looking good out here, fam.
Yasmin, we are all dying here.
Who's next? Oh yeah, Yasmin's gone. They're a thought now, as well as the Warforged powered down, and is not moving anymore. And there's only one dragon golem that remains.
Which
So-
dragon golem remains?
It's the crystal one. We'll say, It's fine. Or emerald. It doesn't really matter. This is about to be over.
Oh, okay.
Because whose turn is it next? That was 20. Whisper. It is your turn.
All right. How are you looking health-wise, Din?
15.
15 health. Jesus Christ. Okay.
He's also stunned. Sorry.
I think I do the same play,
Also
right? I think I'm going to do 2 attacks on this crystal golem and go and do 2 heals and remove the stun on you and then get away from you to avoid breath attacks. So start off with the 2 hits. That's a 17 to hit and an 11 to hit. Do either of those hit?
One hits.
Okay.
17 exactly hits.
Cool. Then you're focusing on the dragon, so giving it poison isn't necessarily like super useful. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to do 8 damage to the crystal golem with a quick strike.
Okay, it's looking pretty rough.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to... I think I need to prioritize keeping Din alive because Din has more damage than I do. So I'm going to stick with the Hand of Healing. So that's 7 and 9. So you heal 16 Din and get remove the stunned condition.
Oh, yes.
And then I'm going to get away from the Din to continue to avoid breath attacks.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Immediately after your turn, the dragon will fly down and shoot. It'll line its shot up, and all 5 heads will coalesce and their necks will twist like a cord, and it will shoot a psychic beam out. Make a intelligence saving throw, both of you, please.
Both of us. Is it, how wide of a beam is it? I got the hell out of there.
7.
Yeah, he flew to line up his shot.
But does he have true sight?
He does.
Okay.
To an extent you would be surprised.
All right. What's the save?
His band's dragons are pretty nuts.
Int save?
Yeah, intelligence.
That is a 19.
Not enough. 27 damage. What'd you get, Cam?
Oh, I got a 7.
Yep, 27 as well.
Oh, great.
Whisper, are you down or are you up?
I am still
Oh.
up.
Okay.
Same.
What about you, Dan? Okay, perfect. You all both see Yasmin one more time.
Good for her.
Stand her raggedy ass back up. Parry out of wound closure. While wearing this pendant, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn. Although stabilized and unable to do anything, they just sort of scream curses at the dragon, which will cause the dragon golem to stomp over, take the staff of the Magi, and shove it down Yasmin's throat, killing them.
Gross.
Okay, that's done. Din, it's your turn.
Absolutely not. How far away is that fucking door?
The door that leads, so you know, because we jumped into the scene, that door
Yeah.
that door is the prize, so you know.
Yeah, that's great.
Um,
How far away is that door? Because I have all the gems because I'm the infiltrator of the group.
No, you each have a gem.
I have all of them.
Nope.
They gave them to me.
You each have
That's-
a gem.
The
It's
Whisper
not the
absolutely
plan that we discussed. I am the fastest.
would not have.
Not really, but I'm the sneakiest.
You each have a gem. What do you want to do? What do you
Well,
I will.
fuck
I
off.
will tell you. You are a. You can roll a wisdom check, but you are a mercenary. You don't care about these people. Would you
No.
rather survive, or would you, or do you want the money? You
I
could probably
have to finish the job.
You have to finish
Oh,
the job.
dungeon
Okay.
daddy figure.
So
But
then
one
do
of the
what you gotta do,
gems,
try to
one
finish
of the
job.
fucking gems
Shut
is
up and hurry.
disintegrated.
You got
I
30
shoot the
seconds.
dragon. I shoot it. I shoot it. I fucking run away. Shoot the runaway, and I fucking shoot it.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll let you deal max damage. It doesn't do enough to kill it. Okay.
great. And then I run as a cutting action to the door, and I fucking just pound on it.
Good, good. Nope. Yep. Now your turn's over. We're back to the dragon. Let me roll my d6. I rolled a 6. God, sorry, guys. There's no way you're surviving this. You both. The last thing you see is a dragonfly into the air and shoot a beam at you.
Is it a little tiny dragonfly that did that? Don't worry,
No.
it's fine.
However, Cam,
Oh,
the Din's coat persists. It's robes of many eyes. And what these eyes see is Sarah, the individual who came and recruited you all individually, float down with 2 other individuals. These are people who work for your employer, and they float down, and you can't hear anything, but very clearly you see instructions being given, pointed, and she's very upset. The next thing you see, we'll just cut, is you're traversing a wild set of tunnels away from this place. You're essentially in a cart, and you see people gathering components for spells. And then one by one, spells are cast on your compatriots, except Yasmin, who kind of doesn't exist anymore. It's that last blast, when the robe of the Magi, or when the staff of the Magi was hit by that blast, was destroyed, causing 800 points of damage to burst from within her. And you see people, they just collect those magical items, throw them into what is a indescribably large amount of gold and treasure. And then as they come to your body, you give me a perception check. Or no, your perception is like 26 automatically. You unmistakably see the words, "Oh fuck," and then you see nothing. Evening rises.
Hi.
You feel a rumble come from beneath the mountain. Don't worry, everybody. It's perfectly normal. All kinds of arcanotech and experiments are being conducted beneath the mountain. It is nothing to worry about. The ever expansion of Bavel requires large amounts of resources, so do not worry. Evening, you were taking a small nap on your half-day airship ride up. It is very chilly at this point. You are very high in the air, about 4 miles in the air at this point. You're halfway through. And the chill was as much as the rumble that woke you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking as you ascend this mountain and approach a job and a payday that would literally solve all of your problems?
Yeah. I think being awoken, she's a little pissed off by that. But once I have reassurance that everything's fine and will hopefully be there soon, I have my rat in my lap and I'm just kind of petting him. And I'm gonna look and see the view below and just it's kind of settling in, like, this is it. This could be the thing to fix my life. I think here we go.
Yeah, it feels great, right?
Yeah.
You're arriving like any professional. You're arriving about 3 days before they gave you sort of a no later than date.
Mm-hmm.
And you're arriving a few days before that, probably just to see the city maybe a little bit and get a better debriefing about the jobs, because Sarah was very, very restrained on details.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as you roll a Constitution check for me real quick.
Con check. That is a 19.
Yeah, you don't suffer any condition or anything, but it's very cold. It's starting to get very, very cold.
Yeah.
You're very, very high. And just as you're thinking of that and thinking of procuring a coat from the onboard general store, suddenly the atmosphere changes. And it is Nice. It is pleasant. It is maybe 75, 76 degrees. And you fall gently back into your nap. As the ship crests the plateau, a magically enhanced voice says, "Passengers, if you look to your left, you will see a sight not many have seen ever, and nor will they. Only the select and elite few who make it to Babel." So, and as you look out to your left, once again awoken, you see a city like you've never seen before, and you've been everywhere across Faerun. This place is gilded and obnoxious. There's artifacts. There's constructs everywhere. It is a busy and bustling and beautiful, beautiful city, who the sun barely seems to peek over. And as the airship lands, Sarah is there to meet you with her bodyguard, who was there with you before. He is nameless. It is a Warforged.
Mhm.
And Sarah says, "Welcome, evening.
Hi, thank you.
If you follow me, I will show you to your quarters, and we can begin your debriefing soon."
All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, there has been some damage to the ruins. We're to the tunnel to access the ruins, so we are going to need a few days. Don't worry, your pay is all set up. We just have some stuff on our end we need to figure out, as well as one or two of the other party members are delayed. So it kind of just worked out well.
Oh, okay, great.
And as you are led to your quarters, we will take a quick little 5-minute break. Where's the banner? Oops. All right. Now let's bring our players back. Okay. Let's
Y'all, I
go
think
back.
I'm in the wrong class.
Let's go back up to who rolled the highest on the die. Courtney.
That was a really quick 5 minutes.
Sorry, I meant to say a 30-second break. I just needed to fix the thing, and I didn't even do it in time.
A transition.
Yeah, we're doing it live, and I don't take notes, so, and I'm also a liar, so that's a callback, kids. To the beginning of the episode. Una. You wake up jerkily from a strange dream you can't remember. And for a second, you don't even know where you are. And then you remember the job you took. You remember the climb that took only a week or so, but felt like years off your life. And as you look out, as you rise from your bed and take the few steps to the balcony in your room, look over a city that is lit up with lights and moonlight. You're a little annoyed because you remember now why you're sleeping here. You didn't want to be here as long, but it was some sort of delay in getting to where you needed to go in into the temple ruins. There was some sort of construction accident that closed off the tunnel.
Mm.
You're here and waiting. What runs through Una's mind?
I've wasted a lot of my life waiting on other people. This is absolutely miserable. I think she's going to stretch and then go find somewhere to perhaps intimidate someone to move things quicker.
Yeah, it is like the middle of the night.
It makes it
So-
worse for the person I'm intimidating.
Yeah. I don't think you know. Yeah, there's no reason Sarah would have showed you where their quarters are, but you can roll an investigation check, I guess, to try to find it.
Sure.
You got this.
And you can roll a second one with a lower DC to remember where the boss's quarters are. Those are
So I'm rolling
much easier.
investigation and history.
Or sorry, you can yeah.
Okay. Well, the history not great, but I got a 20 on my investigation.
Okay, and then what was the history?
5.
That is literally all you needed, because of course the man who runs the show, the man who does everything, is at the very tip top of this tower. You would imagine Sarah is somewhere in that executive suite just below, or maybe the floor below that, is your best guess, but that would be somewhere to start. And you know that their personal assistants are never too far. So somewhere in the top, like 4 floors, is either Sarah's apartment or someone who can get you in touch with them immediately, or quarters, I should say.
Off I go.
Are you going to try to go contact Sarah, or are you trying to go to? His name is Amal. You met
Amal.
him. Met him when you first arrived. Sarah brought you to him.
What was my general perception of Amal?
Very often, CEOs, and businessmen, and presidents, and whatever have a mythos and a reputation behind them of some sort of charisma or intelligence or general power that is so commands the respect that they have, the position or the money. And in your experience, that's usually a lot of bullshit. And in this specific case, it is an extreme amount of bullshit. He seemed like a fool. to you.
Wonderful. I'm going to go straight to Amal and make sure that my beautiful biceps are on display.
Yeah, go ahead. They are large doors, ruby red, with black handles.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to give the courtesy of knocking. I'm just going to open the door.
What's your? Let's see what your passive perception is.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I just want to make sure.
22.
Yeah, you go to think that and reach for the door, and then you see the glowing of runes, and rethink.
Fucking Christ. All right, fine. I knock on the door.
Okay.
Like a little-
Very surprisingly, Amal himself answers the door. Oh, hello, Una. What can I do for you? What is something wrong? Are you okay?
Everything is quite all right, Amal. Thank you. I am just very eager to get to work.
Yeah, his head is the only thing like out by now. Yeah. No, there's some sort of delay or something, but you all should be able to get started tomorrow. Um, do you want to come in and have a drink?
Sure.
Yeah. And with that passive perception, I won't even make you roll. This is a sleaze move.
Oh yeah.
There's one intention with that invite. Okay, so he sits you down. What do you like? I have elven wine. I have dwarven ale. I have this potion that is alcoholic cloud giant potion.
It might be you who
There's a big
needs
toe
one.
in it. It's very
Yeah.
expensive.
Yes, it might be you who needs such potion, huh? Skip the niceties and get to the fun.
Wow. Yeah. Just give me literally as long as it takes to finish this. And he pours that down. Actually, 1 second. Let me use the bathroom real quick. And he runs into another room. And comes back. And he comes back. And roll a strength check.
No.
That is a 24.
Roll a performance check.
Ooh.
No.
Wait.
That is a 17.
You're very disappointed, but you're the only one that knows it. So as you sit there with your, he's very like sweaty. He his like he had like a silkish smoking jacket on that is like very much clinging to his skin in that weird way when you're damp and kind of greasy.
So
His
damn.
hair is flattened now, and it's showing that it's much more thin than it maybe appeared to be.
Yeah.
And you see an unmistakable streaks of like orange that have come from his like temple down, some sort of concealer or bronzer.
Beautiful. You made good effort. It's my turn now.
Yo.
All right. Yeah, I'll make sure. Oh, Una. Wow. Yeah. Tomorrow.
Shut up.
I'll make sure Sarah. Yeah. Okay. And as we fade from that, Whisper.
It's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You
She's bored.
awake in your cabin in the woods. You stand up, and it's gonna be a normal day. So you take your eldest boy out. As always, you try to wake up early and gather some produce for the day. You're gonna get the chicken's eggs and see what plants are ready for harvest in your small near garden. Make sure the animals are fed, and try to teach your boy exactly how to sustain himself as well. So he follows you out. His name is Jack. Dad, I don't want to wake up. Kind of what you
Oh no.
get.
Come now, Jack. Every day is a gift.
But some gifts we don't want. Like,
Even the ones you don't want, you accept
just
with a
open
smile.
this gift later. Did you like? Don't you know magic or something? Like, why do we do this every morning? And he's at this point he's sitting up and he's like getting his pouting, getting his stuff on. Yeah. So what do you tell your son about the importance of the work and why you don't? He's old enough now that he knows he's like seen as much as you did well to hide the immense amounts of wealth and live. It takes a certain amount of wealth to live off the grid.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say to your son to and to teach him the value of these things?
Yeah, I think that it's not like a single thing that you can say, right, to give all those values. It's sort of a recurring refrain. Like I've had this conversation with Jack before, right? Kind of sit down next to him on the bed and like dust off like his shoulders and like make sure the shirt's on well.
Okay. Yeah, and roll. Jack often. Sorry, roll a perception check for me.
Yeah,
As you're sort of going through this.
that is a dirty 20.
Very normal, very focused. You notice Jack slip away and go behind the ear. This is a game he likes to play with you, where he tries to sneak away and surprise you. He's gotten you a couple times, but with Mooring, he's a little louder than.
Yeah, I think that in my own way of encouraging that sort of instinct, I act surprised a lot of the time. So I let him like slip away as we start to like go and do our morning chores. But like keep an ear out, know where he is, where he's going to be. And like be prepared to act surprised when he does jump out.
It's been a little longer than you are used to. He hasn't come out of the small. It's like corn, and there's like bean sprouts on the. It's not a very big, right? There's like tomatoes growing on vines. It's the one small patch that is large enough for him to barely still hide under, and he hasn't come out yet. In what he normally would have already.
Yeah,
it's starting to feel a little like, all right, Jack.
I come to the front door by the garden. Jack, it's time for us to make lunch.
You hear no answer.
Mm.
Are you hiding in the garden once more?
Still no answer.
I gotta go and check his usual hiding spot.
As you round the corner and sort of split the ears of corn, a large dragon's head comes out and devours you, and you wake up in a cold sweat. Early in the morning, in a place unfortunately familiar.
Oh.
You've also been here at the Tower of Babel. The longest, actually. You showed up immediately. You didn't waste any time. You wanted to make sure you knew what you were getting into, and wanted to get down to business so you can get back to your family. Unfortunately, the other quote-unquote professionals of the group did not give you the courtesy of showing up as soon as possible either, which is something you are very used to in your history as a mercenary, is that very, very often people don't meet the standards of the bare minimum. And speaking of not meeting the standards, you think of your introduction to Amal. So as you stepped out of the teleportation circle, Sarah was not there to meet you because you surprised everybody. However, she did find you very quickly once a scary raven man was described. You do not fit in with usual the usual crowd that is the
I will
residents of
note,
Apple.
while I am a Kenku, all of my features are hidden. I am in like full plague doctor mask, like
Yeah, that's
heavy
still
cloak.
terrifying, Bastion.
It's still terrifying. No, I'm not arguing that it's terrifying.
These are like Silicon Valley fantasy nerds.
Yeah,
These are
it's
rich
important
a-holes.
to whisper to be
Yeah.
ambiguous.
Yeah, non-ambiguous.
funny.
You're non-ambiguous.
Well, as in like, yes, he's scary. He doesn't fit in, but it's still like, what the fuck is he?
Yeah, so as everybody stood as far as possible away from you in the teleportation circle,
I'm also a small Kenku.
Yes.
Short little plague doctor.
You were brought up, and Sarah very quickly brought you and asked you wanted to meet Amal. You would be benefited. One running the show.
Yes.
I expected you to be taller. But you,
Do I disappoint you?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, actually. You,
I look over at Sarah. I look back at them all and just nod and leave.
but, and you hear as you're leaving, actually, roll me a perception check.
You got it, boss. That is a 26.
You hear, if that one dies, don't revive him. Whispered. As you walk out of the office.
Damn.
Oh.
Oh, goodbye, David.
No DM?
No rules!
We win.
So what happens is we all go back to that treasure thing, kill the dragon.
Shit.
Great,
It was
great
like,
time.
Oh, he caught us.
There we go. Okay.
We had a no teacher party.
Yeah, I think upon hearing that whispered, Whisper will turn around to like show that he heard or that they heard that, and then continue.
I think Amal just kind of looks at you and shrugs. In a roll another perception check.
That is a 23.
This is a man who's never faced physical or any real consequences for anything he's ever done because he's been protected by mountains of money. And there is a Warforged that's about 7'2" with a mace. And you don't know what Sarah is capable of, but you've met incredibly capable people in your life, and you know that Sarah is incredibly dangerous. And in fact, if there is a roll an insight check.
Okay. As a 19.
Again, you are a consummate professional, probably more experienced thief / mercenary than anybody in the material plane. You know this dynamic before. Sarah's the brains, and Amal is the money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think
he knows what
Whisper
stands between you and him.
notes all of this down mentally, and casually, notes any exits, entrances, people, patrols, etc. as they make their way back.
Yeah, so I'll just give you that as we go down. There seems to be scrying orbs on every level that rotate. The tower is built. Excuse me. Each floor plan is the same, and they are squares that get bigger, smaller as they go towards the top. It would be very weird if they got bigger as they go towards the top.
Yeah.
And
will-
yeah,
I
inverted.
will say with the note that there are scrying orbs that I am undetectable to scrying and divination magic.
It's good for everybody to know. You see scrying orbs. You don't see very many guards, but you do see every few doors there are runes. And roll an Arcana check.
That is a 16.
You can't place them. You can't 100% remember. You're not necessarily a lockpick.
Right, it's not my thing.
It's not your thing, but you know necrotic. These are bad. A lot of them are very bad. Some of them not so much, but behind is particularly on Amal's level, and I'm assuming you made your way down very slowly. Towards the top, there were some doors that were very, very bad. Okay. Sarah comes down very quickly. Not very quickly, a few minutes after you have arrived again at your quarters. You hear a knock.
Yep. Answer the door. Open it up.
I wasn't sure actually if you were in here. You kind of disappeared, but I just wanted to apologize.
I understand the nature of your dynamic, and I'm sure it takes great sacrifice on your part to continue with such a partnership.
You hear a heavy sigh and a big eye roll. Yes. Brilliance is not always rewarded as much as just being born the right person sometimes, as I'm sure you've experienced. But I assure you what we are trying to do is nothing short of incredible. And apart from I would also just like to say it was not my idea, the arrangement that was made. And regardless of what happens, I will do whatever I can to make sure your family is, at the very least, remains anonymous and never is taken care of.
Understood.
The treasure that we believe is behind those doors, though, I'm telling you, it's all going to be worth it.
It has become apparent to me that the treasure that is not most important is not that which glitters behind ancient doorways. But should that be what you desire, and what is required for me to keep my own treasure safe, then I will do what is necessary and no more.
And I can respect. Roll a insight check.
It's a 15. I'm going to Kenku recall that up to a dirty 20, baby.
You've had this conversation before.
Ooh.
You don't. It feels too exactly. I'm really glad you used that ability because I was going to say like a Kenku. It felt like something that was behind static, and then you cleared it up. Sound behind static that cleared up, or something behind smoked glass that suddenly became crystal clear and came into focus. You stood at this door and been apologized to by this woman who has told you, just hold on, it's all going to be worth it.
I think Whisper is very much the type of person who gathers a lot of information, but does not act on it immediately. And I think that he notes that down as well. Like, okay, important to know that, along with what Amon said. Like,
Amal.
I have been resurrected here before.
And with that, we move to the den. Oops.
I'm in charge now.
So, you are floating in the astral sea. There
They're all leaving.
is no sound. There is no sight. There is only the strange sense of deja vu, of weightlessness that allows you to know where you are. You are in the prison that you were tortured in for far too long. And right now it's cold and empty, and there's no one around. But you know again, they will return, and so will the heat, and the sun, and the burning. And as you sit here and in this anticipation of pain that can oftentimes be just as agonizing as the physical feeling it brings, and honestly, just as debilitating, something comes to you. Roll an Arcana check for me, please.
Okie dokie. It's an 18.
Roll that at advantage.
It's an 18.
All right. Your life as it was starts to come back to you.
Mm.
You're not in prison. You're asleep. This is it's not sleep. What is this? And you the memories of your life post prison break come back to you. All the jobs, everywhere you've been, every person you interacted with, all the weird looks, the feeling, and it's a lot of feelings as much as it is physical or tangential memories, right? It's exhilaration, it's rage, it's joy, it's the feeling your favorite of all, being accomplished, being content. And as the summation of your life post prison floods back into you all at once. If you had eyes left, they would be welled with tears. If you had a heart, still it would be warmed. Yet nothing but silence remains. And there's something else. There's something locked behind a door in these feelings, in these memories, in this mind palace of yours, this place where you've retreated as you are in this state between states. There is something you cannot quite reach. Roll a sleight of hand. Roll a sleight of hand check. Use your sleight of hand bonus and roll an Arcana check. So you can lock-pick your own mind.
Unlock my mind. That's a 25.
That's what I want to hear. It's if the other memories were feelings that were hard to grasp and hold on to, but they are now, their impression is left well within you, these are a shattered mosaic. These are wisps on the wind. It is pain. It is mental anguish. It is physical anguish. It is soul bending. It is a repeated montage of memories of the same battle happening over and over
Mhm.
and over and over and over again. And you feel suffocated and choked and smothered. And then another familiar form of dread layered on top of that comes as the warmth that you are eerily familiar with begins to radiate through your body, and you hear a voice of your jailer say, "What do you now do with this knowledge?" And you wake up. And now we will take our 5-minute break.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is get a faster weapon.
Thank you all for joining me in my madness. We will be right back. I just need to make sure I'm doing this right. I'm going to remove myself. Hello. Welcome back, everybody.
I was not expecting the screaming alarm.
What?
I
Yeah.
wasn't either. I apologize.
That was
Um,
wild. That was something.
Oh, and now
Much
we're all
like-
in different squares.
Much like Amal, this was my first time. So,
I'm looking the wrong way now.
I know. I
Thank
got you. I
There
got
we
you.
go.
Thank you.
There we go.
Oh my god. Also, Courtney, that was slay.
Yuna regrets her choices now. This is her hell.
Yeah, I was gonna try to like give you an opportunity to figure out as well, and you just went in a completely different direction. I was like, all right, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh my god.
You felt this disappointment before.
Unfortunately, yes.
No.
All right. Evening.
Yes.
You awake in your first day in the Tower of Babel. You met Amal yesterday, and much like the others, he's very greasy, very weaselly. He made like a weird comment about how you weren't like muscly enough, but I guess it was okay because you're a wizard. Yeah, he's just like you kind of very much liked the your interactions with Sarah so far. She's been very professional. She's obviously incredibly intelligent, and has like a very much so like a power about her. And Amal is just kind of a greasy little charlatan, who's riding the success and the hard work of Sarah and the others in the city. Yeah, go ahead and describe as evening gets ready for the day how they prepare themselves. You have
Yeah,
you're
it's
meeting
not
the
much.
sorry, really quick. You're meeting the team. That's what. So
Yeah.
that just to give you a sense of.
Sure. Yeah, should I talk about what I look like also?
Yeah. Go ahead and give us the
Okay,
the-
cool.
what's going through your mind as you get dressed and sort of explain your garb.
Yeah.
And your,
So Evening is a young tiefling woman in her early 20s. Her skin is like a dark green velvet color. She has short white hair that just kind of goes to her neck and kind of poofs out, matches her white eyes. Horns just kind of come up and out. Very simple dress, gray pants tucked into black boots, black top, black choker. Has a little black and white pinstriped corset belt type thing with all these little bits and bobs hanging off of it. Her wand is this charred piece of black wood with little silver streaks through it, and it hangs from a wristband, little leather wristband. And she finishes it off with this black cloak that's just a couple sizes too big, as though it belongs to someone else. And I take my rat, Friedrich, and I put him on my shoulder. He nestles down into the hood, and I'm ready to go.
as you think of sort of whose cloak that is, and as you step out of your assigned quarters, you cannot help but feel the burgeoning sense of hope that you haven't had in a very long time. You've been very successful as a mercenary. You've been very successful as even just picking up jobs that not necessarily are violence, but you've developed incredible skills along the way as a wizard, and have often been used to even in some ways help people along the way for a price. Everybody's got to make a living in this world. It's just as successful as you've been, and as well as you've done for yourself, truly in the top 1% of your field. You just cannot get out of the crushing, compounding interest debt that is the cost to re-enter the city you were once banished from. And so what is Evening's thoughts about her sort of long lost family as they head down to the atrium where you will meet, or sorry, the meeting room where you will meet. Did I cut out?
I'm really sorry. You're cutting out a lot.
Damn.
I'm having trouble.
Oh, it's that time.
I don't know if this is
I
on my
heard
end.
you
I'm so
just
sorry.
No, it's on mine. It's on mine. Give me.
I don't think it's on your end, David.
buddy.
No.
Oh, is it not? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How are you?
Is it on
feeling?
me? I'm so sorry.
Can you hear better now? Oh, all right.
No.
Well, we'll
Take
come
that.
back to evening.
Hey, it's not
Uh,
Twitch
uh,
if there's not technical problems.
Yeah, Bakshin and Cameron, roll a d20. Just raw d20, real quick.
I don't have it.
Click the buttons on the computer.
Oh my god. Give me.
I got a 6.
I got a 7.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Whisper. Whisper. You wake up first. Oh, okay, I think we got our evening back.
Hi. So sorry, y'all.
No.
That's
Totally
okay.
get it. That's actually
What
fine.
was the last thing you asked me?
Oh, I just said, how much did you hear?
Good
Good prelude.
I heard something about like, what are your thoughts about something?
Yeah, so I said, as you think about whose cloak it is that you are using, and you think about, and as you step out of your quarters down to the meeting room where you are set to be formally debriefed, and you think about, for the first time in a long time, you have the hope of seeing the childhood home you grew up in and the city that is filled with your loved ones, that through years of adventuring you've never been able to overcome even just the interest of your find. This payday will solve that problem and leave you with enough to show your mother that it was all worth it.
Yes.
And so whose mind does who does evening's mind dwell on as they step down?
I think it's two people. I think it's my second oldest brother who gave me the cloak. And then my youngest brother who I haven't seen. The last time I saw him he was 2. And he's 5 now, so I don't know him at all, really. So there's a weird kind of disconnect and like anxiety around that. And would I even be allowed to see him? I don't know.
Yeah. That's as you step into the room, you see a what did you get? 6 and a 7? Courtney, can you
Yeah.
roll me a 20?
You gotta be a 7.
4.
You're
Uh,
kidding me.
Julia, can you also roll me a d20?
Nothing
Gotta be
added?
a 7.
Nothing, just a
10.
Okay,
I'm
the
rolling
only
high.
thing you see is Sarah with her Warforged bodyguard, and Amal, who is absent-mindedly, sort of looks like he's like reading a tablet or something.
Good morning.
Scroll. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up?
Hi.
You're a little early.
Oh,
But, and then Sarah cuts in. You're actually on time. It's fine.
Okay.
Please, have a seat. And you see on the table there's a large wooden case, like a small chest. And there is a seat with a little plaque with your name on it, and next to it is like a little skull with crossbones. And there's a little debrief packet explaining exactly what the mission is. So, and I will get into that once we get everybody there. So I believe the next was Courtney with a 10.
I got a 4.
Oh, you got a 4. Who?
No,
I got the
Julia
10.
got the 10. I got
Julia
a
got
7.
the
I'm
10. That's
next.
right. 7. Okay, Whispers. You wake up, and you know this is the day.
Mhm.
You have your suspicions. Roll me an Arcana check, and a History check at disadvantage.
I'm gonna Kenku recall that Arcana check again up to a 19,
Okay.
and history with disadvantage. That is still a 17.
Perfect. You barely slept last night.
I don't need to sleep actually. So
Oh, that's right. Okay. You barely, but you still have to do like motionless sitting or something, right?
I'm pretty sure monks just don't sleep.
I think you have to do like you can't move or something for 4 hours.
You know what? I'm not there yet.
have, like,
for monk.
some
I
sort
do
of
I do
rest.
have to sleep. I do have to sleep.
Okay. You barely slept. Your dreams were fitful. You were consumed and wrapped and trying to rack your mind. The best estimate you can think is you've been here over 9 months.
Jesus.
That you've probably died somewhere around 15 to 20 times. And that roll. No, we'll stick with what you got. That's pretty much what you can remember. And you were told last night that today's the day. You are going to head down, and everything will be explained. And it is your last quote unquote off ramp. If you do not want to take the job. Where are Whispers' thoughts?
My goal is not to complete the job. My goal is to protect my family. As far as Whisper can think, there's 2 ways to do that. One is to complete the job, and the other is to kill all of the people who know where his family lives. One of those requires fighting a dragon, and one of those requires fighting a sleazeball.
Yes, I was going to say, you would imagine that the only people that know, according to what Sarah said, so this is what Sarah would relay to you when they went to recruit you for the job. That the only people that know of your existence are her bodyguard, and Amal. And that Amal has secreted away that location, and upon his death, it would be revealed.
So I need to
It's,
figure out where
not
that
quite a
is secreted away.
contingency. Exactly. You need to somewhere in this tower, and roll a perception added. No, not advantage. You're not the lockpick. Just roll. You could either roll a perception, an insight, or or perception and insight. Or you could roll an investigation. You've been here a while. You've
Okay.
probably had multiple times to do this. Whichever one's
But
best for
that
you.
is an 11 on my perception.
That's the best one for you.
Perception and insight are both equal, but I think I should. This feels important, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Kenku recall this one as well.
Okay.
I don't want to burn all of them literally first thing in the morning,
Hey.
but that's a 21. That's much better.
Perfect. You have a suspicion that it is not at the top, that there, and what was told to you when you first arrived and were given a tour by Sarah is that there were 2 tunnels. When Babel, so Babel was an ancient city in the Age of Arcana that you know, right? That many magical secrets were lost when it disappeared. When the top of the mountain, along with the entire city, completely vanished from this plane with no trace. And you also know, only because of your extensive experience and your knowledge of the world, that there were 2 tunnels, and Sarah confirms that there are 2 tunnels, and one leads to the where they believe is the repository of all these arcane secrets, and she said the other was a false, like a trap. It was just one had a series of traps and had the temple at the end of it, and the other was just a series of traps that led to a pit. You know that that's bullshit, and that is probably where your very strong suspicions is where Amal is hiding his wealth. Because there's nowhere in this building big enough, and there's nowhere in this building secure enough that you believe where it is. So and again, this mountain is about 8 miles long. So you have 4 to 5 miles, you would maybe guess, to go to get to that vault, or however he holds it.
Gotcha. And I'm the second thing that's kind of going through Whisper's head as he begins making his way to the meeting room is that whatever this loop kind of that they have him in, he gets there early and he has a few days to remember and to then figure out what to do. So he's kind of playing back and forth on whether or not he wants to make a move now or if he thinks he could do it on the next loop.
Give me we'll sit on that. Let's maybe
we can let that cook for a second.
And we'll do that. Okay, Cam.
Yes.
My man.
He's
okay,
ready.
so the din, you awake. Your robe of many eyes is there. Your trusty rifle is also standing by. And you awaken in silence once again. A note is left on the desk of your quarters that says that there's a meeting time where you will all be debriefed on the mission and will commence as soon as you are all ready.
Great, I'll head over now. I'll try to get there early so I can do some sneaking around.
Because you rolled so low, sneaking around takes you a little longer than you think. So let's roll. What are you looking for?
I'm trying to find Sarah talking about this loop of dying, or somebody who knows about this or some information about this.
Okay, roll an investigation advantage.
Okay. That is going to be
18.
18 plus a 13, so a 31.
Love it. Okay. You have a couple options. So the quarters where you are all staying is on the same level. Again, it's like a giant square. Seems to be a centerpiece that is inaccessible to most of you. But you all have balconies, and the room you are meeting in is directly in the floor below you. So you can try to eavesdrop by either going outside and staying on the ceiling, sneaking in on like sort of the ceiling, right? Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of big open windows and natural light that comes in the Tower of Babel. Or you could just try to sneak in when someone comes into the room.
I'll try to sneak in when somebody comes into the room.
Roll me an initiative roll.
Okay. 20.
That's with your stuff and everything.
I can cast guidance on myself.
No, I just. It's fine, actually. Okay, so you
I do.
sit
It's
there.
22 now.
Yeah, you sit there and wait, and you got really lucky. Amal is the person who walks up. So roll a stealth check for me, please.
Great, I have advantage on this.
Yep.
Just really fucking good at. God
Just
damn
don't roll
it.
one. Just don't roll 2 ones.
Okay, that's a natural 20 for a 35.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, easily.
Did you just say "God damn it" about a natural 20?
No, I rolled a 5 at first.
The door
Okay.
the door swung open. You easily sneak right back in behind him. Would you say natural 20, 35? Yeah, you're totally hidden.
I
You
can do
hide-
better. Do you want me to do better?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
You find a shadow in the room that's in a corner and essentially disappear. What's the status, Sarah? Well, sir, we got closer than ever last time. They got to the final stage of the dragon, and unfortunately were unable to finish the jump. But
I
we
shoot
think-
him.
Am I hearing this? Is this when I'm there?
No. This is
I don't- I
this
don't-
is before.
I
Amal
don't
came
do
in
that.
before.
I don't do that.
Amal came in.
But I
before.
want to.
But you could. And it
When
would be
even
fine.
But I
when
couldn't,
he
it'd be
came in-
fine. But actually, I don't know that because they might be reviving us.
Goodness.
Do you want to shoot him or no?
No.
Want
the Din
to
knows better.
is a
Want
different-
to? Absolutely.
Okay.
Need
so-
to hear more?
wants to.
Also true.
Okay. No, this is the Din snuck in when Amal arrived first. Sarah was here first with her watchdog, and Amal arrives shortly after the Din happened to catch him. Okay. They were able to get it to the final stage. Unfortunately, we're overwhelmed. We believe that the new wizard we're bringing in to replace Yasmin is a marked improvement. We're hoping better decision. It came down to decision making, from what we can gather.
Just
It-
kill me.
It
It
came
did.
down
It
to
did come down to
decision
that.
making. Is essentially what happened. Una figured out too slowly that her bludgeoning damage was more effective than anything else, and the Din once again picked his radiant rifle instead, and it didn't go very well. So we're going to try to manipulate those factors. Reinforce the radiant damage and maybe try to sway the Din to perhaps use a different approach, and hope that we can get where we need to go. All right. I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, money's not the problem, but I just don't want to keep spending this. How many true resurrections are we going to have to do here? Is Una really that necessary for this? Sir, I do believe so. It is every run we've had without a frontliner with bludgeoning and or thunder damage does not bode well. It is a very tricky situation, And tell me again. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, Sarah, you've fucking gone over this so many times. Can you please tell me one more time though why we have to only have 5? Well, sir, the 5 gems, as you know, are what unlock the temple door and are the only ones who can battle the avatar or the holders of these. So there's not much we can do after but clean up. As soon as the bodies fall, the statues deanimate and everything, and we can start over again. All right. And you're sure about what's behind that door? I am 100% sure, sir. Okay. And then you don't hear anything except the footsteps of Evening Graves. Evening, go ahead and roll for me a perception check as you open the
Alright.
door.
That's a 13.
Your passive stealth beats that. Then you sneak right out.
No, I don't.
And are you just gonna stay in the
I'm gonna
corner? Okay.
stay there
Okay.
in the room.
Perfect.
Wants to be in the room where it happens.
Okay, we did that. Whisper, you enter the room and you see Evening sitting in her designated seat. Sarah is standing in front of what is like a semicircle table and there's a seat and it is specifically made for your size with a little plaque that says Whisper. Excuse me. And next to it is a simple drawing of a man like this.
Aw.
Whisper looks at Evening, kind of gives a courteous nod and shuffles over to his seat.
I love your mask.
Thanks. It is of my own creation.
Oh, that's so cool.
Can you
I'm Evening, by the way.
roll
Sorry.
me
Hi.
a perception check really quick, Whisper?
Yeah, you got it. That is a 13.
Okay, you don't see anything. Continue, please.
I'm Evening. It's nice to meet you.
They call me Whisper. You may do the same. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Great. Hell yeah.
Una, you wake up a little worse for wear. You're a little hungover after your midnight tryst. I guess that is literally the word was made for that. What are you thinking? Today's the day.
Yeah. Yuna is absolutely going to take advantage of this beautiful shower in Amal's suite.
Yeah, it's like a full.
Clearly. Yeah.
It's one of those ones that there's like a tiny little elemental that heats the water. And there's some sort of steampunk system that pushes out a rainfall shower.
Beautiful.
Too fancy.
She stands at 5'9" with long dark hair streaked with gray. She's a half-orc woman. Beautiful tusks coming from dark lips, and her eyes are the color of a fiery sunset. Yeah. Amal has probably done worse and could never ever do better.
Is this your morning affirmations in the mirror?
It's just the truth. After she kicked
Just the
him out of the
reality
room,
she lives in.
go, she absolutely wants to
Kicked him out of his
snoop
own
around.
room,
Yeah.
and he 100% was like, yeah. I got stuff. I got stuff to do. I got work. I got. Yeah, no, I'll go.
Queen shit.
Good boy. While he's gone, absolutely going to snoop through his shit.
Ooh, very good. Give me an investigation at advantage.
Hell yeah. That's a beautiful 19 plus 7 for a 26.
You already had proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and add another, what is that, 4 for expertise? So it'll get you to a 30. Because you've done this before with men's rooms.
You've done this before with Amal's room specifically.
Yeah, you've
Probably,
literally
yes.
done this before with the mom's room. And you would think that you haven't quite been here as long as above the table. Una doesn't know this, but Una has not quite been here as long as Whisper, nor as the Den. But you have played this out quite a few times, and you've done this every time. And you would think that Amal, knowing that you are going to snoop when he gets you out of the room, would lock his shit up better. And he thinks he did, but a 31 is quite impossible. Takes a celestial effort to beat. So you find the private notes and correspondence of them all. First of all, there's like a bunch of like trashy nudie drawings of like Goliath women and like like half orcs and dwarven women with their like beards like covering just the right spot. Like it's so long, it's like, covering the right spot. It's definitely got a type. But underneath that, you find some correspondence. And to make a long story short, Una gathers that Sarah is. This is all Sarah's plan. This is the entirety of it all. You have all been picked. There are names on a list that have been crossed out. They are names, and they all have different descriptions by them, and they all have different like notes saying like what their specialties and their capabilities and their experience are. There is the explicit words of both, right? Saying like, well, are we? Is there anything other than like true resurrection? Like Una's great, but like there's a million barbarians in the world. Is it really worth having this weirdo around? His eyes creep me out. Yasmin's not testing well, and you see like other names like there was another necromancer named like Delilah who lasted a few sessions and did not make it through. And you see it all laid out. And what you find out that none of the others were able to is that what is behind the door is not a treasure, and that it is not a vault, that it is a prison. That one of the let me make sure I get this right. One of the Thanes of Sarador is behind the door. Elethilithos, the amethyst great worm, is behind this door.
No.
That's a whole lot of fuck that, actually.
And that this was a prison. That this entire mountain was once the lair of Elethilithos, and he used it as used the original city of Babel as a beacon to bring all the magical items, gold, and everything that came with the Age of Arcana to expand his hoard.
Are we raiding a fucking dragon's horde?
And what you find is there's a big knowledge gap in how it happened, but somehow he was sealed behind these doors, and that the only way to unseal them is by using these specific gems, and it has to be 5 warriors capable of defeating an avatar of Sarador. Which you roll a history check.
14?
You've never heard it, but what you can gather from like Thanes of Sarador, and the other ones are listed, is that Like, you know about Bahamut. Everybody knows about Bahamut. And everybody knows about Tiamat. And one sort of represents the, like, good, everything good and lawful. And then the other represents everything evil and lawful. Sarador's pure chaos. It's pure power. And Amal and Sarah seemingly are trying to harness that pure elemental power.
Oh. Beautiful.
So that's what
Love
you
that for
find
them.
out.
Yeah, I is going to take the correspondence, take the papers, hide them on my person,
Okay.
and then I'm going to go to the meeting.
Okay. Do you just walk in? Do you storm in? What's your vibe?
I walk in
Always
like I own
storming.
the fucking place.
Okay.
You do.
Yeah. Amal immediately sits up. Oh, yeah. Una, do you need something to drink? Or are you
You
good?
can sit.
Okay. All right.
Insight check. What's going on?
I'm not gonna
there?
deceive.
You got passive. You know exactly what's going on. Your passive is high enough. You know the den knows exactly what's going on. Una,
Nice.
roll me as well a perception check.
I.
Not a natural
15
20?
plus 12.
Yeah, that's fine. You needed a natural 20 to see the
Yeah,
den.
no.
Okay. You guys all sit there. Sarah, it's like, wow. The den is such a professional. I thought they would be here on time. I apologize to you all for waiting. I'm sure something has held them up. Everybody roll an insight.
18.
15.
Fuck, nat 1. So
Evening,
3.
You're just so happy to be here.
This is great.
Una, what
Yeah,
you
you've heard of these people in this room.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone's wearing cool outfits.
You weren't sure Whisper existed. Like, that's the level of, like, this is like an old West hero come to life, right?
Hell
this is
yeah.
this is Jesse James, right? Billy the Kid, whatever, right? And Una's largely regarded as like the most physically powerful woman in the world.
You only got the 15.
Yeah. You got a 15, and what'd you get, Whisper?
I got an 18.
Okay. You thought you heard something slip from Sarah's mouth, but you're not quite sure. What'd you get, Den?
31.
She 100% began to say, usually, he's on top.
Yeah, I
okay.
want to see her squirm a little bit just to get more information.
Okay, they wait a few more minutes, and then she whispers very quickly to the Warforged standing next to her, who does not see the din as he exits.
Great. As the Warforged exits, you all see stepping out of the shadows. Just
How long do you wait?
as the Warforged leaves.
Okay.
I think I'll wait like a good couple of minutes. If somebody starts talking before they start to talk, I'm going to step out of the shadows. And I'm just up against the wall. I just looked like part of the wall. And as a little bit of light hits the din, you see completely encased in this suit of armor, which is composed of bits of like metal that are like polished and gray and reflect light in a weird, wonky way, undercut by like tight black leather, where you can see like the musculature of this humanoid move as they walk. And on their right wrist is a gauntlet with a glowing like amethyst crystal set into it, almost like a modern day screen. And you see in front of their mask, which is like just a complete sheet of this metal, until the psionic crystal starts to light up and you see words start to appear across it, and you hear in your mind just like an echoey, sourceless voice. How many times have we each been here?
What?
You see. Everybody roll a perception check.
16.
I'm rolling like
But-
shit tonight. 13.
26.
Did you say 36?
No,
20.
13.
Oh, 26.
Yeah. I think Whisper is like
Sarah's
more focused on his own performance of like,
Una, you see Sarah's about to cast a spell. Has no intention of answering what you all heard in your head. Din, you see that as well.
I shoot them all 3 times.
Oh.
Okay. You don't even need to roll. He's dead.
Okay.
100%.
The words appear different across his face. Don't think of casting another spell. The next 3 shots are going into your face. How many times?
In a terrifying voice in your head. A draconic voice you hear. You can try it, boy.
Okay, I shoot 2 times.
Let me see there.
Evening is
Stat.
pressed against the wall, just like immediately, just like deer in headlights, just like looking back and forth.
Let me see. Oops, I accidentally closed that window. What a dummy. Sorry, give me 1 second as I reload. Yeah, go ahead and roll. She will probably make it.
I'm gonna take a -5 to this for the little sharpshooter.
Okay.
this is how you wanted the game to end, right?
Yeah, actually.
Answer the questions. That's a 23 to hit.
Did you say 23?
23.
Okay. Yeah, 23 hits. For sure.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna make her my favorite foe.
Yep. That makes sense.
Well, this is happening. I hope you speed read, little one, and I throw you or I give you the packet of papers
What?
so you can catch up.
It's 36 points of damage on the first shot. The second attack is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. Oof. That is going to be another. Let's fix that. Not as good. Only 23 points of damage on the second shot.
Okay. I will let you have that as a surprise round.
Oh, good. Then
now-
I'm gonna bonus action hide under the table.
Okay. And then everybody who wants to roll initiative.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
god.
That is a nat 20, baby.
Booyah!
Hell.
You
7.
hear Sarah Des now loudly in this voice that is much deeper and louder than it should, coming from this small half-elf frame. I hate it when this happens.
How many fucking times? I got if it helps on my stealth check for hiding, I got a 32.
32. Okay.
Yeah.
Got a 21 for my initiative.
Okay.
7 initiative.
You have to read.
4.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Did you say 34?
24. Nat
24.
20.
Okay. And then what'd you get, Kim?
Just a dirty 20.
Okay. Bastion, a home rule I like is as a nat 20, you can pick wherever you want to go in the initiative. You can go all the way first no matter what, or you can sort of wait to see what happens. What do you want to do?
Is Sarah still casting, look like she's casting a spell?
You didn't pick that up.
I didn't. Okay.
Yours was too low.
Cool. Then I want to go top of the round.
Okay, you're up.
I'm going to open up with a stunning fist.
Okay. Yeah.
That is a 23 to hit.
That certainly hits.
That is 6 damage, and she has to beat a con 18 saving throw or be stunned.
Con, you say, right?
Yeah,
What'd you say? What number am I beating?
18.
Yeah, she beats it with a 24.
Damn. Well, then... The thing is, I don't have a whole lot. I'm going to Hand of Harm. Well, no, I think I'm just going to do a regular attack here. That's a 13. That's going to miss. I'm going to Flurry of Blows. And I'm going to use one of those Flurry to be a Hand of Harm. That's a nat 1, so that misses. And then a 26 to hit with my final attack.
Hits. She's looking pretty rough. Looks very hurt.
Cool. So that is going to be an additional 5 regular damage, and then 12 necrotic damage, and she is poisoned. And then I'm going to flip the hood up on my invisibility cloak.
They are not poisoned.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Yes.
good to know.
Yeah, you see that try to seep into the wound, and it is rejected.
Cool.
The poison that usually has debilitated so many of your victims is not received. They're gonna go next, and you. They have. Let me see. Okay, plus. I don't know what Cam's. Does anybody remember what Cam's stealth was? 31, did you say?
Yeah, it was like
It was stupid high, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't even need to roll. With a preternatural ability that you've only seen in Predators before, the Din is quickly in a cage of light. Seemingly debilitated. And Sarah responds, if everybody can just calm down, we can discuss this. No more violence needs to be traded. Not when a true enemy lies beneath.
you are trying to open the prison of a chaos god.
The Thane of a chaos god, but yes.
Why?
Sarah has her hands up at this point, right? And give me 1 second. I need to roll their initiative. 6 plus 4, so 19. They would go right after Cam. Can someone contact him? What you see. Everybody roll an insight check.
You got it.
6.
That is a 12.
Julia, just roll that advantage for me, please.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I need you to have something.
Fuck. 19. That's the best we've done all night.
Woohoo!
Okay, Cam's internet went down, so we'll say that he can't hear or see anything in his force cage. And this conversation happens all of the force cage. But what you get insight wise on those rolls, what did you get again, Julia?
19.
And Una?
I got 6.
Bastion.
12.
Una,
I can
I mean, you just
recall it,
see someone pretty slippery no matter what. But Julia and, or sorry, Whisper and Evening, you both see, you see an honest, like, I want to work together. And you also see, and Una, you can even see this too, an almost relief that someone shot them all. Like maybe even a gratitude towards the din. If you would all sit, I would gladly explain.
The Warforged, for my memory, was Sarah's or was it Amal's?
Sarah's currently still out of the room.
Can I?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I was just going to close the doors and put the hilt of my Sun Forger through it and pull a chair to sit by the door.
That's what you're gonna do?
Yeah. I
Can I-
listen.
Okay.
Your friend not joining us, though.
Okay. He doesn't need to. He knows. Sorry, Evening?
Yeah. Can I, with my 19, also get an insight on Una and Whisper about like how much familiarity do I see with them with this situation?
Una looks freshly upset. Whisper is weirdly calm. But
Cam is back.
I would say with a 19, you probably can't tell if that's just in their nature because they are a very placid person. Even as they like did their Fist of Furies, there was
Yeah.
as little movement as possible.
Yeah. Una did hand me the packet, so can I quickly look that over?
Yeah. Roll a intelligence check at advantage.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Ooh! Check or not save, right?
Yeah, just a check.
Oh. 24.
Perfect.
Get it,
And then
wizard. Woo.
Now roll history or arcana, whatever's higher for you.
That would be Arcana. 21.
Okay. You gather a lot of the same things as Una did. You get a little more where you recognize you just gather all the same things, but you know who Sarador is, and you know that specifically they are the progenitor, right? The originators of all gem dragons. Gem dragons deal in mostly psychic force damage as their sort of primaries. A lot of gem dragonborns that you've been able to meet over your travels have had the ability to read minds or speak into your mind. Been able to read your mind or speak into your mind and deal what is non-traditional damage.
Mhm.
And then again, you exactly know that again, where Bahamut is all law and order and good, and Tiamat is law and evil and bad, that Sarador is neither. It's consumption.
Okay.
Their entire being, and that the Thanes of Sarador, that Sarador doesn't exist though anymore. They have no more physical. They have no physical vessel. Where Bahamut and Tiamat exist on other planes, good and evil, Sarador exists only if the Thanes reunite and form the Ruby Dragon.
Okay. So you
And
better
that you
have
know
a,
that one of these Thanes is down there.
cool. You better have a damn good explanation for this, but if I'm going to listen, you're going to let them go. And I point at the din.
Okay. As long as I don't get shot anymore. And they release you from your force cage, Din. And you're gone.
Oh, no.
So
Rip.
what you see next. What you see next. Sorry. Okay. What they say next is they go on to explain that it is not their goal, that they tricked Amal into this plan, that they want to essentially, what's the name again? I don't want to mess it up, and it's like so long and weird. Anyways, whatever the thing is that's down there, the amethyst one, Athalophinoploth, or something like that. It's gonna break free. That it's essentially these dragons don't die; they restart over, right? And when it was defeated and its egg was placed in there, it started a timer. And when it was defeated at the end of the last age of Arcana, that they it's only been growing and growing in power since then on its demiplane. And that the prison was, and she finishes up by explaining, the prison was put in place never as a permanent stop, and there are multiple of these throughout the material planes. This is just the first one that I would rather get in there sooner before it has the power to break out, because by the time it has the power to break out, it will take an infinitely more amount of power to stop than if we break in and kill it while it is not quite a youngling, but not quite grown.
Forgive me if I hesitate to believe someone who would resort to blackmail to reach their ends.
If that's true, then why lie to us? Why toy with people's lives like that? I want to know what they answer their question. How long have you all been here? What is this?
Whisper, you have been here almost a year.
That lines up with my understanding.
About 10 months, from what I understand. It's hard to keep track of the seasons up here, but it's been about a year, and I don't pay attention to that stuff much. The Din has been here 3 to 4 months. Una, you have been here 1 month. And Evening, you just arrived.
Insight check. Is she lying to me?
Roll it. Roll it advantage.
Oh, thank God.
She's giving you the help.
15.
This person could probably convince you that you don't actually exist if they wanted to, and is ensuring that you know that they are telling the truth. And in fact, you hear a small voice in your head that says, you have an invite to probe if you would like. And Sarah's holding out their hand.
I took this job to get out. I don't need to be locked in anywhere else.
No, there's no locking in. Just let me show you. It is easier to show you.
I'm so sorry. There's no locking in, and apparently I've been fucking that goddamn pig for about a month.
You've been what?
Nobody wanted that to happen. Just to be clear.
That's not true.
Nobody
Somebody
else in
wanted
this
that to
room,
happen.
nobody else
And
except
you've done
Amal and you wanted that to happen. That wasn't part of. It's weird. There's a part of you clearly that is attracted to him because you kept going back in all different variations and iterations.
You should make sure that there are better things to keep your guests occupied in their room.
Have you seen these guards?
Bored. No, they wear their fucking helmets all the time.
That's true. That's fair. Okay. Anybody who would like, I can show you in my mind, and you can see the truth.
You know what?
And
Fine.
they hold out their hand.
Yeah, I take it.
You feel a rush and a torment of chaos. This, in a sort of an oppressive black cloud, fills and billows your mind space. And you, as it clears up, you see the original form of Sarador with its 5 crystalline heads and ruby ruby red body, but the heads are the different colors. Again, crystal, amethyst, jade, or no, sorry, emerald, and what was the other one?
Sapphire.
Sapphire. There we go. And so you see this. You see fire and light and dark and death and life coalesce into these clouds and form into this dragon. And then you see this dragon torn apart by the elemental forces of creation and the world. And you see these 5 separate dragons, these large, and you know without knowing that they are one and the same. And you know their names. The names, again, that very few and that are mostly lost to history. And then you see them form back once again into this this form of Sarador, and you see Sarador scream out in pain as it expels as it draws every dark bit of color from its scales from inside, from it, all of it, and expels it from itself, from its own chest, and you see a small obsidian dragon egg form. And you know that that's you. That is Sarades. Evening, roll another history check for me, and do this one at advantage again.
Yeah, I can give the help action.
Kill it.
History, you said?
Yeah.
27.
Is Arcana get you over a 30?
It would.
Okay. Sarades is the 6th thane of Sarador. But however, it is the obsidian dragons were expelled from their court and disowned. And you get this feeling of that, literally expelling it from Sarador itself. And this small egg is then kicked into the oblivion of space and time. And then you are violently ripped away from that vision as you come out. And your understanding as that egg, right, as you identified as that egg, as your perspective shifted and changed into it, as you looked up at what you were once part of, rejecting you are filled with rage and hate and doubt and all the things inside of us that stop us from all the humanity that stops us from reaching our goals in the most violent and vile ways. All of those forms of restraint is your embodiment as you were expelled and go through the eons of space. And in that moment, as you come to yourself, the way that you coalesce that into human thought is Sarades was the obsidian dragon with the gems that were kicked out, is the embodiment of everything that would hold Sarador in check. Any part of it that would not consume the universe, that would not consume everything in its path, is what it is. Is what Sarades is.
Suspicious.
There is no one, nor thing, no god, no devil, no fiend who would like to see you. We cannot defeat Sarador. We can only further delay the coalescing of the things by repeating this cycle every few thousand years.
Well, why didn't you just fucking say so?
because I didn't have the means to make it happen, and so I used him.
This was not the deal. This is not my problem.
It will be. Fine. If you want to leave, leave.
Another deal can be struck.
What
Is this
name your
the
price?
job?
Name the price. The job's always been the same. We kill the avatar, and then there should be a wormling, a young dragon, that we murder after. And it will return back into an egg, and then we seal the prison, and we go about our day.
Make
And
me
everybody
an
gets the
offer.
money. Double.
Deal.
Done. Anybody else?
I would like to see my youngest's first hunt, but you've already taken that from me.
Your family is well and still secured.
15% of my young son's life I have now been missing because of you and your machinations.
And you would miss 100% if these machinations aren't completed.
I think Whisper just lets that ride. I don't think he responds.
The gestation process should be done. The hatchling should be coming out any day. I don't know what that cycle looks like. It may have already happened. It may be growing now. But I know in order to get it in the cradle, if you will, we must X him. Because time is also different on the demi-plane that it exists in behind that door.
I look to the three closest things I can call friends in this space. I'm ignoring Sarah. I can't get caught in something like this. Whatever you three have been caught in, that can't happen to me. So if you are convinced that I can help, that I can do something, because all I've been so far is just bad fucking news. But if you all are okay with that, I'll watch your back if you watch mine.
How do you handle being disintegrated?
Shiver goes down Yuna's spine. Ugh.
I guess
A
I
dark
wouldn't know,
memory fills you in a form of dread.
but perhaps we'll find out.
How about mass telekinesis that binds you in place? The psychic beam of a dragon, much more powerful than any you fought before.
Everybody roll a perception check. At disadvantage.
No poop.
Oh,
I'm
actually,
19.
Din, yours is normal.
31.
You said perception?
Yes.
5.
13.
Din, you feel a low rumble.
These entities, they're at opposition to each other. The Avatar and the Great Worm.
Yep.
And there needs to be 5 gems to open the door, correct?
Yep.
We don't need to fight the Avatar. We just need to open the door. They will both.
No,
fight
you
each
have to
other.
fight the. So everybody understands, you have to fight the avatar to open the door. It is a test of worthiness to open the prison.
Bullshit.
You will tell me and show me exactly how it is that you tracked me and my family. You will dispel that information from your own mind via magic that I know you have, as you have been erasing our memories.
it's much more difficult for that magic to take hold in my mind than it is yours.
That is
Or-
unfortunate. Then I suppose a deal cannot be struck. And Whisper gets up.
Okay. Do you just get up and leave? Oh, Una's in the way. Una, do you get out of the way?
Yeah, she pulls her Sun Forger from the door, leans out of the way.
The Warforged is not on the other side.
Good.
Yeah. Whisper, as you make your way down, you are unassaulted. You are unmolested. What is everybody else doing?
Well, we can't complete the ritual, so the Din gets up, deal cannot be made, and walks out.
Okay. Evening. Your chance at seeing your family again, your opportunity at the score of a lifetime has essentially, at the very least, been delayed, if not denied. Roll a perception check for me again. Or sorry, roll an insight for me again. Roll 2. Roll perception, then an insight.
Okay. Perception 13, insight 10.
Una, do the same.
Well, I think Una is going to stand up and go to the balcony and bellow. We have been here before. They will only start again. They said as much. Trying to call out to Whisper and the Din.
Okay. Whisper and the Din roll both at advantage, and Una just roll perception.
Can I do something?
Yeah.
There will always be more chances. I cast Banishment.
On who?
I got a natural 1.
I got a 24.
On
At
Sarah.
Sarah?
Yep. So that's a charisma save.
They pass. 16. I'm pretty sure, right?
That fails.
No, it's like 16 plus
Oh.
7.
Oh, well.
I actually was gonna go talk to Whisper, if that's okay.
Yeah. Do you guys? What did you guys get? Sorry again. You got 30 something again?
I got a 24.
Me, I got a nat
Yeah.
1.
Oh, okay. Din, you're very distracted as it takes a lot of effort to for you to do a conversation. Whisper, your aviary instincts are alerting you. The ground is rumbling, and you are feeling the very edge of it, sort of as if you were on the top of the tine of a pitchfork or a tuning fork.
I think as Whisper looks down at the rumbling ground, that is what gives Den the time to catch up.
Yes. Stop.
For what it's worth, Whisper can speak any language.
That's great. I only communicate via telepathy, so no matter what language you speak, that's what you read on the screen. So I wonder what that is to you. You just see the words appear, but you also can hear them in your head if you don't want to turn around. No matter what, we have to complete the job. It's just a formality. Whatever you can get out of it that is feasible, you must get out of it. And there is always one way to completely erase the memory of another.
I suppose with this rumbling below, we are not left with much choice.
There's always a choice. Somebody else will pick up the job. But, like you said, they know your family. They found you. If you want to make sure it's done, and this Sarah is locked away, they should become part of this Great Worm.
Fine. then we shall go die once more.
We cannot die again. I killed Amal. He was the one resurrecting us.
Amal's money was what was truly resurrecting us, and there's contingencies upon Amal's death, and I would not be surprised to learn that they included resurrection.
Yeah, with your passive intelligence, you know that somebody's going to come by in like 20 minutes, and in a few days, Amal will be back.
This is not the first time that you have killed Amal. Of that, I am nearly certain.
Inconsequential. There is a job to be done.
And on that note, Evening and Una, give me an insight with advantage now.
A dirty 20.
17.
Dirty 20 and a 17. Sarah looks extremely worried. As the vibrations now require no perception check. The tower is rattling at something of a rhythm, right? It feels like it's speeding up.
How many floors up are we?
You're near the top. So the first floor is just Amal's suite, and then right below is the executive suite, and then there's a couple layers, and then you guys are on the VIP suite. Or sorry, there's one, and then there's you guys on the VIP suite, and then you're one below that. So you're like on the fifth. You're about you're probably like 12 miles from the temple.
How far from where I'm standing now to the main floor?
To the main floor, a few hundred feet.
Fuck, never mind.
400 or
We'll
500
start
feet.
walking. Are you coming? Let's go.
Yes. We need to get to the temple. And she goes to grab the case. Oh, fuck.
What?
Opens the case, and it's empty. And-
Where's this fucking warforge of yours?
There's no way.
What was that? What was in there?
She drops the box and runs.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Evening, let's go.
I
Not
want
running
to
from
grab
us.
that bitch, but I'm a wizard.
Don't you have hold person?
No. I
She's
was
not
gonna.
running from us, little one. She's running
She actually
for her
doesn't
life.
run towards the door. She runs towards this giant balcony that you screamed out of.
Oh.
Yeah.
You'll
And
fly
as
away.
she's getting into the sunlight, transforms into a giant black dragon. And says, "Jump on."
Hell yes.
What the fuck
Let's
is going
go.
on?
Nah, shush, let's go.
Okay.
Ceratus dives deep and fast down the tower into gets to the base, and as you get about halfway down, about 1 or 2 rounds in, and all you're hearing, right? You're traveling 20 something miles per hour in open air at miles in the air, right? You're in low atmosphere at this point. The air is just whipping by, and that's all you're hearing. That's crazy, like riding a motorcycle without a helmet, right? It's just
That's unsafe. Why would you ever do
yes.
that?
Something pierces the sound of the air whipping through your ears as you see the base of the tower begin to crumble. Cameron and Bastion, roll me dexterity checks.
You got it. 28. Oh, is it a saving throw or just a check?
Or saving throw, sorry, yeah.
Go,
28.
And you guys both have evasion, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
as this tower falls out from beneath you, you both find your lead-lined refrigerators, if you will, and completely avoid any damage as you are also thrown to the side as emerging from the collapsing tower as if it were being birthed from the mountain itself is a large amethyst great worm.
Yeah, there you are.
And a much smaller obsidian dragon has pulled up beside. And as you all look your oblivion in the eyes, that is where we will wrap up.
Well, they said 5 champions, so I guess why can't one of them be a dragon?
Oh, also, the Warforged is riding the dragon's back.
Boom. Gross!
What the
It
fuck?
escaped. We lost.
No, this means that this one shot is now 2 shots.
That's
I'm
okay.
not-
Exactly. My whole plan
Finish
the
it.
whole time is if you guys would like to finish telling the story, we could leave it here, and it could be a sad, postmodern ending. But if you want to finish it, I was going to use this one shot as an opportunity to announce that when I do one shots, and they are D&D one shots, they will be in this new world and in this setting, where Steradest will find team after team and whoever they need to hunt down these dragon temples and kill these Thanes of Serador.
Fuck
With
yeah.
her trusty sidekick, Amal.
Yeah.
I'm going to forge a
My least favorite NPC.
marriage
ever.
contract,
Yeah.
and I'm going to take over
Yep.
all of his funds.
Absolutely
Oh,
have
hell
a
yeah,
thing for
as you should.
dragons. This is yeah, love them. So
I think
yes, if you
David
love-
does sleazy characters better than most DMs I know. I don't know what that says about you, David,
Yeah. It's not a great reputation to have.
He had a
It is
wild
alright.
youth.
but your sleazy characters make me like viscerally uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes.
I mean,
absolutely.
to be fair, they're all based off real people. I think it's why. I will talk out loud
Fair.
offline about who's based off of, so that Streaming Rainbow doesn't become the potential point of a lawsuit before we're
Jesus
even off the
Christ.
ground. But yeah, so I wanted to take this opportunity to say I haven't come up with a name yet or anything, but I was flipping through
Rune
Fizbins
Fae.
when I got and looking at Great Worms when I read the lore of Serador, and then I got really enthralled, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do this. And I felt like starting at the beginning of the end felt like a cool launch point. So
It was a
yeah.
rebirth. It was a new year of a great fucking worm.
Julia, you are more than welcome to come back and come back
Please.
with evening anytime. It was such a wonderful time playing with you, and
Thank you.
I felt like we took a little longer than I wanted, and you were off screen for a little too long. But so obviously want you back. And everybody else,
Yeah.
thank you so much for a great game. Thank
Thank
you
you.
all to all our viewers, everybody that stuck around. If you're watching this back on video on demand, thank you for that as well. We love our audience and appreciate, and we do it all for us, which includes you, because we want you to be a part of Streaming Rainbow's Discord and be a part of our community. And
Get in the
And
that's
Discord.
how I, all the 3 out of 4 of these players met through the Discord and are playing on stream, and I could not be happier. So
I
yeah,
also technically met Cam through Discord, but it was a
We
different
met
one.
through Discord,
Perfect.
but it was different Discord, but it was a good one. Get in the Discord. Any of them.
Through
yeah.
to the Discord. You
So
won't.
keep an eye out for maybe a part 2 to this story, or just a continuation in a different place. This will be an anthology. I love it. I love anthologies. Collections of short stories are my favorite as a literature piece. Okay, so yeah, that's all I got to say. Anybody else?
No,
No.
thanks for
No.
hanging.
Have a great night.
See you in the stars.
Bye,
See
everyone.
you in the